officer, one of them, we have two. So I'm here to listen to whatever issues you're having. I know that we have done, I believe, one sweep recently in the Invest North area, and we plan to do some more. But I really want to get vicinities and the problems that you're having tonight, if you want to talk about those so that we can document it. Yeah.
I can actually give you my doorbell camera. We see a new dog just about. My brother is traveling and he took a snapshot. He's like, new dog, who this? Like they come to the porch looking for food because allegedly I might be the crazy cat and dog lady who feeds the strays.
Well, we might be related.
I'm not going to say for sure, but yes. And so there's at least 3 that we've seen this week. One is jumping the fence and getting into the yard. You know, he barks a lot. He's not aggressive, but you know, people who don't know dogs are going to be fearful of him.
Sure.
And he's too squeamish to get a hold of. There was a black and white dog on the camera last night. There was another dog on the camera. So it might even just be, I live off Lansing Place around the corner from Walt Whitman. So
that was one of the questions I was going to ask, if you felt comfortable to share the location you're in if you're having these issues. And also, I did write down, because first and foremost, I want to make sure you have the right contact information. And some of our phone numbers have changed. And unfortunately, I know the city thought this was a great idea, but where we are right now, it wasn't such a great idea. They changed us to Teams everything, including our phone system. So if our internet goes down, we have no phone system. So we do have a backup cell phone we use for emergency situations, but we're kind of working out those growing pains with our phone system. And I think that will clear up when we move to a new facility, which we are building. It started a couple weeks ago down the street. We're going to be your neighbor off 36th Street North at the service side entrance of the zoo.
oh, okay,
Yeah, July 2026 is potentially the date of completion where we can move in, and it'll be almost double the size of where we are now. We have a very outdated, dilapidated city building. That's not any new news to anyone. If you don't know this, that building was built for capture kill back probably in the 70s. That is not what we do today, and we don't want to do that, but sometimes it is necessary that animals have to be euthanized. Our save rate has increased over the last 3 or 4 years. I'm really proud of that, but the reality is we have animals that come in that are so injured that it's beyond anything that we can do for them, and they have to be humanely euthanized. We also have a very accurate statement for our space issues, and we're very transparent to the community with a report card that we put out on our Facebook and our website every week. A lot of people don't like that because we are introducing those youth numbers, but we don't have space for every animal that comes in that facility. It's just the reality of everything that's happened, and people that maybe couldn't have the resources they needed for spay neuter, or just didn't do it. So Brandon, I don't know if you're okay with me.
I am.
Okay. Brandon is our new friend now at Tulsa Animal Services. He's been great to talk to and work with, to be able to think of some creative solutions for the Invest North area. And we actually have started one piece of that. We're just kind of closing up some loopholes there to finalize everything, but the starting piece will be, we would be able to deliver in the Invest North area collars, leashes, microchips in the field, and actually a very high-tech label for a dog tag that if you can't afford one, I mean, if you go to PetSmart, they're $15 or more. We would be able to provide those to the community at no cost. There's other pieces of that I hope that come to play because it's very exciting. In the meantime, while we're still working on those things, We have had some north side free clinics for vaccinations and spay neuter, and we really, really, really want to boost those numbers. The issue right now is we just don't have any money to do it. So we reach out to our partners. Humane Society of Tulsa is awesome. SPCA, and just by the way, if you know anybody that needs their animals vaccinated tomorrow, down at 60th in Peoria at Savannah Landing Apartments, we're doing a vaccination clinic with SPCA. I'm proud to say Humane Society of Tulsa and Oklahoma Alliance for Animals. Like, that's never been done where we all partner together and work together. If you don't know the animal people in the community, they're very, very competitive, and we're trying to cut that out. So 9 to 12 tomorrow, if anybody knows people that need their animals vaccinated, we do have a clinic going on. The other thing I'll say is a lot of folks in the community don't know that we're a lot different than rescues. We cannot pick the animals that we want to take in. We take in the injured, the lost, the unwanted. I mean, we're the last resort shelter. We are the only municipal shelter in the city of Tulsa and Tulsa County. The Tulsa County Sheriff's Office actually uses our facility to bring their animals in as well. So rescues are very different, but they partner with us to try to save animals in our facility and get them out and get them good loving homes. So if you're comfortable, if you are having an issue in your specific location or the vicinity of your location, it sounds like
I will give you my
yeah,
address.
I'm gonna get some video from you. Could you just write down your area if
Sure.
you feel comfortable doing that and sharing that for us? Sure. Then we can compile kind of a map and decide, okay, here's the space that we're gonna hit this time. And it's gonna be on a Wednesday, I'll tell you that, because we have 2 sides of the shift week, and on Wednesday, all of our team members are there. So Wednesdays are the best days for us to usually do that kind of work. But I'll just pass around a couple of sheets. And Hannah, if you want to just kind of, maybe just give them a brief about your day, how it starts, what you do during the day. And I know that's hard to say a brief, but
yeah.
you can do it as you can.
So as animal control officers, we all know the areas where we have a lot of stray dogs. So we have our morning meetings with the shelter staff and the animal control officers, ACOs. So after that morning meeting, the ACOs spread out to patrol the entire city. We have to go all the way from 66 West to 193rd East, from 66 North all the way down south. I don't even know the barrier, but way down south. We have to patrol
200 square
Think so,
miles.
yeah.
And that is with 10 total, 2 leads, 8 full-time ACOs, but not all of them are there every day.
Yeah.
So if you see Monroe Nichols Thursday night, I'll be there. You can tell him I said so. Tell him we need more animal control officers to be able to service the needs of the community. He knows it, his staff knows it. We do have a budget kind of shortfall this year, and that's gonna happen as a municipal shelter. But we definitely need more ACOs for our community.
There's multiple times where there might only be 1 animal control officer in the field for that entire city limits of Tulsa. We do our best, but sometimes when you're out there, you might be trying to catch a stray dog, but then the police department comes over and they need to assist with the dog fight, or you know, someone might have passed away and they can't get to that person because there's a dog guarding that person. So us as animal control officers have to go into that situation and remove that animal so they can do their job. So we work hand in hand a lot with the police department, code enforcement, water department, getting ducks out of drains and all different kinds of things, injured goose, anything like that. We work hand in hand with all of the departments of the city as best as we can. And that's one big thing we're trying to do, is build that relationship up. Because I would like to expect, if I'm out on a dog call and something happens to me, that the police department would come and help. But we also have to, give that to them. If they're out on something and there's a dog they're not comfortable with, we should be expected to go out and help them, and I'm all for that. So your day,
Large organization, we just need to know we're all on the same team.
yeah.
Also, I would say, just with the patrol alone and service calls, if you call for an ACO, it may take a little time. And we do have ACOs on standby after hours. And I wrote that on that paper back there. You might just take a picture of it with your phone, share it, so you have the proper numbers and the times to call. Because after 6:30, you can call a non-emergency number, and they're gonna call us, and an ACO will come out. But we allow them an hour to get to you. Some of our ACOs might live in Owasso, or, you know,
I
another
live out in
city.
Vera.
So it takes them a little while to get there, but they will come. And they're on, is it the same ACO on for a week?
Yes, so they start their standby Monday at 6:30, and they come off of their standby that following Monday at 8 a.m. So they're on standby for a week and a weekend. That's how we kind of rotate it.
And if you call the dispatch number during our business hours, if you don't get somebody to answer, there's one person in there. And that's another position we've asked for. So he may have to be on a call, but leave a message, because they'll call you back. It may take a minute, but they'll call you back. And our phones are constant, like the front desk phone is constant. The dispatch phone is constant. So don't give up, and if you can't get a hold of them and you feel like it's an emergency, I mean, I'll write my phone number down. I think it's on the bathroom wall somewhere in the city of So you're more than welcome to call me if it's an emergency.
So what do we do with those kind of roaming strays? We'll see a stray. They're skittish around humans. They're not gonna stick around for you to come.
It's okay.
Okay.
Still call.
Okay.
We'll come out. And if we don't catch the dog, they put it back on to run again. Some
Okay.
people think that, oh, I saw the truck drive by. And I'm gonna tell you that sometimes the dogs are smart.
They
It's
know.
like the police. Like they see that truck and they're like, not today.
It's so frustrating.
So just, we will put it back on the rotation as a
Okay.
service call. So do call. Because when you do that, it gives us the opportunity to say, okay, we got a problem out here. We've had 15 calls in this area. We need to do a sweep.
Okay.
So we want to hear those things, even if you think, well, I'm not going to call because that dog's just going to run off. Still call them.
And
It's
a
not a
sweep-
waste of your time, trust me. It's not a waste of our time either.
So
Yeah.
the sweep is, like she said, we usually do it on Wednesdays. That's when we have all of our ACOs. What we will do is after our morning meeting with all staff, the ACOs will have a little meeting. We'll get the area that we're gonna do a sweep of. So we will all, it's like a little convoy. We'll all leave in our trucks and we'll go to that area and we go.
It's like a
block-
search warrant for
Yeah,
dogs.
we go block by block, and every dog that we see is loose. Also on those sweeps, any dog we see in a backyard that we cannot physically see has proper shelter, is chained up in an unsafe way, anything like that, we will stop at those houses, speak to those people, give them a chance, correct the violations. Then we create a second call for that house for a follow-up to make sure that they are correcting the things that we talked about. But the sweep is we all go out and literally house by house and look every block, and we will do that entire neighborhood all together, and then we'll kind of go do like a staging, kind of like a debrief, talk about what we saw, say, hey, we saw this dog, we couldn't catch this, or hey, this fence has a giant hole in it. Sometimes we have stuff in our trucks, so I've zip tied stuff to fences to block a hole. That way maybe next time we do a sweep, that dog, now their path, because those dogs, especially up here, they know their path. They know what hole to go through, what fence they can jump over. They know where they're going. So if we can block their normal path, the next time, if they try and go through it, it's blocked and we can maybe catch them that way. So,
And that's, I was in law enforcement. I carried a gun for 25 years. And this is more scary than that was. I can tell you that right now. I've seen this one, who's probably 100 pounds wet, wrangle a pig by herself. And 5 dogs, when you go in to get one dog, 5 dogs come out at you and you have to react and wonder, what am I gonna do? So that's the other piece. If you're interested in becoming an ACO. I know anybody that is. I mean, it's a fun job, we have a lot of fun, but it's very dangerous too.
I think my pig count's up to 6.
You're what?
My pig count.
Pig count, okay, 6 pigs.
6 pigs. City of Tulsa.
Running down the street.
What are the requirements?
I have one question.
To learn how to make some bacon. No, I'm kidding. Just a joke.
If you're being chased by a dog, if a dog comes out at you, you're walking down the street, they come from behind the house and come at you. What should you do?
So, the biggest thing is if a dog comes out at you and you just turn around and take off running, they're gonna run after you. They're gonna chase you. What I would do and what I tell my kids and a lot of, kid bite victims that I've seen and everything like that, find anything near you and just start swinging. Just do whatever you can to not hurt that dog, but defend yourself.
If you have to hurt that dog, hurt that dog.
Yeah.
Amen.
So I'm trying to be
I know.
Okay. Swing for the fences.
Yeah.
Just
But if you run,
yeah,
they're gonna
chase you.
Yeah.
Make as much noise as you can. Maybe the people around you can come out. It's easier for me because I have a 4-foot metal control stick that I get out with. I don't ever get out of my truck without it. One, for people who come at me, I've had people throw pickaxes at me. And then also if I'm talking to somebody and a stray dog comes up, I'm able to defend myself with that stick. But you guys don't always carry a control stick.
So, and coming into this work, I figured out a twofer, right? If I have a little air horn, I got a twofer. I got a 2-for-1 because if somebody's gonna come at me, like they're gonna try to attack me, I've got a noisemaker. If a dog's trying to come at me, I got a noisemaker. And those dogs do not like that. So that is a deterrent. So that's my twofer, that's my.
I know in my neighborhood, several people who like to walk, and they'll carry pepper spray.
Well, can you write your address down? And pepper spray is great until it's not. Until it goes off in your car or somebody grabs it from you and uses it on you. So if you're gonna carry it, don't use those little petite dainty ones. This is my law enforcement speech. Where you have to take it out of the case, take off the little safety, like it's too late.
Yeah.
Like you need one that's like, bam.
Man,
Yeah. And make sure you know how to use it. And you gotta test those too, because they do expire.
yes.
Any other questions?
I
Please put your address down if you're having problems. We wanna know about it. Like, we wanna come out there and make sure that we're getting as many animals out of there as we can.
We haven't seen it lately, but on the Osage Trail, the rail to trail, particularly the section between 36th Street North and 46th Street North. Further, yes, but that section, there are a lot of people who are dumping dogs in that area. And so we haven't lately, but I haven't been on the trail in a while. But that is a big issue, because
Yeah.
that's where a lot of the strays that come in our neighborhood come from. Because
Right.
there's, like you said, holes in fences.
Right.
They have a whole Grand Central Station back and forth to that trail.
So we did, say Brandon again, we did pitch an idea about some potential funding for fixing fences. That does not run through the city, but would run through a nonprofit, and we could talk to the nonprofit and say, hey, this address has had multiple problems, and they don't have, funding or resources to be able to fix those fences. So it's in our head.
Okay.
We're working on it. We're working on different pieces of the puzzle, but I definitely tell you too, if you have kids, grandkids, the main thing to tell them about dogs they don't know is do not touch them. Like, don't pet them, don't try to touch them, stay away from them. That's the best advice I can give you. And you guys too, just don't try to approach them.
Even if you think it's friendly, tail wagging, coming up to you, do not touch it.
Tail wagging can quickly turn into baring teeth and not friendly. So, and in our shelter, we have some of the greatest dogs. We have great pity dogs, but there are some dogs, no, they're not gonna make it out of there, and there's a reason for that. So I hope you all understand that as well as other community members. It's just the reality. Some of these dogs, we don't know where they came from. We don't know how they've been treated. But for the most part, you can come up there and you get your new best friend, and it'll be the best dog you've ever had in your life.
Two things. One, I saw something just the other day, and this person, a dog was coming out at her, and she turned around, faced the dog, and started growling back at the dog, and the dog stopped. You know, because
That's a unique.
I've done that 3 times. It's worked all 3 times.
Really?
Yeah, a dog is coming out and barking like crazy, and make yourself big and bark as loud as you can. And the look on their face, all 3 times, the look
They're
is
so
just like,
confused.
I don't know what's going. That's not normal for that to make that noise. They don't know. Like, it confuses them. Like, they turn around and run, like 3 dogs have
I
run
would
off
be scared
just
to
from
give that
barking.
advice. I'm glad it worked for you. I'd be kind of scared to give that advice.
I was gonna ask, like, is that a, like, am I just lucky 3 times or?
Maybe it's 3 structure.
Don't try it again.
And my last comment, but I don't know that this would work since you guys are already building something new. One of the things that I have been concerned about is, like, by the time you call somebody, they're gone. And so I had thought it would be great to have a site where you would partner with the fire department over here. I'm thinking about 36th Street North, this area. If there would be a place where they could, partner together. And
I love that you said that. I've got good news for you.
oh, do you?
Yes, I do. We haven't announced this yet, but we will. I'm waiting on Chief Baker at the fire department. We got enough money from Best Friends Animal Society to buy enough microchip readers to pass out to every fire department.
Oh, wonderful.
So if a dog is taken to a fire department, they can check it for a microchip and see if it actually has an owner or not. If it doesn't, then we can go out and get the dog. So thank you for saying that.
Perfect.
It's coming. We're really trying some new things, and I know, I mean, I'm not blind to this. I know the animal shelter has not always had the best reputation. I am absolutely 100% aware of that. We all are. But we're trying to be better partners, better community members, better listeners, better service providers, have the most transparency that we can for the community to know what's going on, because the reality is that most people have no clue what happens inside that facility or what happens on the street. And I encourage you all, if you've never been there, to the old facility we're in now, 3031 North Erie Avenue, come by, call me, take a tour, look at it, and then look at what we're building that is for you all and everybody in Tulsa, that is going to be the best facility that you've ever seen. And in 5 years, we hope that people are coming to us to say, how did you do that? That's the people that we want.
I'm not allowed to go near dogs that are adoptable, so
Well, you get to go with me tonight.
I will take your word for it that it's an awesome place.
Yes, ma'am.
The address you just gave us again.
3031 North Erie Avenue. It's right off of Apache between Yale and Sheridan, and that is where our shelter is located.
Yeah, we're not building this new shelter for us or our staff so we can have a better break room or stuff like that, or cooler stuff. We're building it for, first of all, the dogs in the community and the cats, but we're building it for you guys. It's not for us, it's for you guys.
And if you want my number, you want to write it down, it's
Sure.
918-596-8007. And that is a Teams phone. No, it goes directly to my number.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank
For
you.
being here. Thanks for,
If you want a dog toy, please grab
Yes.
one.